My sister told me that if I got skinny, that there would be this possibility of getting a hand job from her friends at the jazz dancing club. A blow job, even. Hell, I guess all of the jobs in the world, really. But it was only fair, she said, that her friends had brothers and she'd already done her part. Regardless of what my sister said or did, everybody waited for me to get skinny. My father said that it could be any day now, and my mother said that if I got skinny, it would improve my moods. Yeah, she also promised me that if I got skinny, that she would buy me a new wardrobe so the Catholic kids down the block would stop making fun of me. On December 18th, 2012, bioethicist Daniel Callahan published his article, Obesity, Chasing an Elusive Epidemic, which states that it is no longer socially acceptable to be overweight. And, in order to fix our nation's epidemic of obesity, that people need to start stigmatizing overweight Americans. He states that only through intense social humiliation will overweight Americans begin to lose weight. Social stigmatization is not fixing this epidemic. It is only making an already discriminated against population to feel less than human. Snacks by Sam Lipsyte. Well, I was fat for the town, for the county. I was known as fat shit, lard ass, tits, and tub. But I wasn't obese. You know, those types were to be pitied. The ones that we saw when my mother took me to the mall to buy new fat boy pants, as she so dearly loved to call it. Oh, it's glandular, poor things. It's not their fault. Yeah, me, on the other hand, I was definitely my fault. But this new boy in school, Brody. Now, Brody was obese. He was beyond obese. He had this new type of body. You know, something never before seen. My classmates had Brody figured to being the fattest kid in the world. You know, Brody was so fat that if he dropped a ball in gym class, he couldn't pick it up himself. And somehow, even the real torture freaks wouldn't touch Brody. They would just send some jock to come jog on over, compliment his sneakers, and then pick up the ball and hand it right back to him. Any ball that I dropped in gym class, I got back hard in the nuts. But I guess that was just fiat in my high school. You know the coaches here? The cruel and unperverted ones. The ones least known for copying fields. Well, they put me into this. They put Brody and I back to back, yards apart, and each of us was yoked up to the looped end of a tug-of-war rope. You know, sometimes I wonder what Brody's mother tells Brody when they circle for parking at the mall. Does she point me out in the crowd and say, "You, my darling Brody, are glandular"? But that boy there, he's just weak. There were hundreds of kids in the bleachers by now. They'd cut lunch and free periods to attend, and they were chanting for him. Chanting for Brody. So, we got into our crouched positions, and we waited for the little ball that just began to rattle in the coach's whistle. And now, I knew that the next thing that I would hear would be Brody crashing to the ground. You know, falling in shame. It took all of the coaches to carry Brody to the nurse's station. When my classmates saw Brody in the hallway, they whispered glandular. they felt sorry for him. Brody was out for a week. I waited days to be treated like a hero, but no dice. I was a dick. I heard their huge cries. I saw Brody in the mall a few weeks later. He waddled up to me in a version of my own pants. And he shot me this look of brotherhood, as if together that everything that ever happened between us could be forgotten. So, I punched him in the gut, and he flew back against the wall, and the blood drained from his face. Brody! Brody! You fat fucking fuck! Brody! God damn it, Brody. You're killing me. My father had parented me to understand that you pay for everything here. In your own time, and in your own home even. You know, my ass, my tits, my stomach, and my thighs, they were all becoming some kind of ethical equation. And what's worse is I had these huge, moist boils on my chest. And I didn't know what to do. But my father, he told me not to worry. And that everything was going to be okay. And that one magical summer, everything was just going to melt away for me. The same thing happened to him, he said. He even wrote a prize-winning children's book about his experience. We had to read this book in school. And Brody decided to give a book report on it. And when Brody stood up in the front of the room to give his report, he opened the book to its title page, and he read that the author wishes to show the world how gross his son is to him. I'm sorry. You know, I am so sorry. I'm sorry that my father ever found my mother and made